you've mentioned like individual stocks, individual businesses, and then these index funds, which are a lot more passive and broad. Where do you, if you're a brand new investor, what are you saying to them in terms of that relationship between stocks and index funds?
Yeah, I mean, essentially a fund gives you an exposure, like I said, to a number of companies, and with passive funds, essentially they mirror a certain index, and they might mirror the FTSE 100. So when the FTSE 100 is up, your
so that's the top 100 companies in England.
Top 100 companies in the UK, yes, and any index that you choose, and they're quite popular with investors. The opposite of that is active funds, where you're paying a slightly higher fee for your investments to be managed by a human. And what they will do is loads of research and essentially stock pick what goes into your portfolio, etc. They don't always get it right, and they don't always, just because it costs more, or just because there's a human like picking these investments for you, doesn't necessarily mean they're going to deliver higher returns. So anyone starting out, I would say passive funds are definitely a great way to get started. And in terms of what we're saying about stock pickers, it's also like really important. Like, people think they do need to be traders. And I remember having a conversation with someone once, and they said, oh, I don't do the investing stuff, and I just don't have time. And I didn't know what she meant. I thought, what do you mean you don't have time? It's about as simple as putting money into a savings account, as far as I'm concerned. Once you get started, you're there. She's like, well, I haven't got time to really monitor my phone and check prices and when I need to buy and sell. And I thought, leave that to the traders. That's their job. They've got a team behind them. They're doing research, etc. You don't need to do that. It's a long-term game. Buy and hold, and let your money grow over time. But if you are going to buy loads of individual stocks, it's probably also not enough to help you grow your wealth. And this is all about, I imagine, if you're listening to this and reading about investing, etc., your ambition is to grow your wealth, right? Or maybe go to the moon, as T puts it. I don't know. Whatever your ambition is, it's not necessarily going to happen with one or two stocks here, but you probably want a wider exposure. And it also comes down to diversification and, not taking on too much risk, because if you invest in just one company, you are at the mercy of that company doing well and delivering.
So that was a clip from an episode with Kalpana Fitzpatrick, which is aimed at investing for beginners. So if you're just starting out, you can watch the full episode right here.